Hi, it has been a long, behind, tiring, hot as I don't know what kind of week. And I just have not felt up to doing anything. I haven't felt up to doing work. I haven't felt up to posting videos. I haven't felt up to really anything. And I mean, like, I still got my stuff. I mean, my car is dirty. My dog is dirty. This laptop dirty. Got dirty clothes. Got assignments and all kinds of craps and group events, and I've joined the group and they was having all types of issues. I ain't went down one of them. Not that I don't like, because when I get in the group I give my full, but like by the time they told me, I was already home, and from where I live and where my school is at, like a 30-minute drive. So we're gonna do better next week though. But oh yeah, if you want to watch my dog or my car or my clothes or my laptop, or cook me some food, contact me, call me up or something. I really would appreciate that. But anyway, what I want to talk about is, I guess, self-proclaimed bad girls. Like earlier this week, I watched the Bad Girls Club. I love the Bad Girls Club. Like I've recently just started watching. Like I watched it last season when you had Flo and Natalie, and I just love watching it. Now I'm not saying I love what they do or that I approve of what they do and how they behave, but I love watching. I mean, everybody loves watching mess. That's why we have reality TV. That's why people watch Real World. That's why people watch Bad Girls Club. That's why people watch mess. We love to watch mess. That's why the freak you think Flavor Flav had all them goddamn shows back to back? Because we love mess. And I'm not afraid to admit it. I don't like to be in my own mess, but I sure love to watch other people's mess. It's just a bad part of, that's just human nature in my opinion. It's like like when people see a car crash on the street, you just keep looking and you know it's bad, but you just want to keep looking at it. You can't help it. That's how reality TV is. We just like mess. But for those who may not know what the Bad Girls Club is, it's a show that comes on Oxygen, where they have all of these, a set of women who proclaim that they're a bad girl for whatever reason, and they all come together in this house and they live together there for whoever knows how long, because I sure don't know how long. And I was once told that before now, Bad Girls Club was about these women, I think the word is reforming themselves, doing better, figuring out what their issues are, why they behave the way that they behave, and, improve themselves as a person. I think that's really good. But now, it's just, we watch them fight, we watch them have sex, we watch them just act a fool. I mean, it still gets views, but what's the point anymore? It's not rehabilitating these women. I guess now we're glorifying them. But yes, and I'm not dissing the background, because I have a girl who was my favorite. I think she was from the last season in LA. Flo, I love Flo. In my opinion, Flo wasn't really a bad girl. She was a woman with a good heart who just had a lot of issues, and that's what caused her to behave the way that she did. Because Flo ain't really start acting a fool till you did her wrong. She would look out for you. She was down for you until you did her wrong. And I'm sorry, I just think that, she has some issues and stuff like that, because her reactions were really out there. And she was a very angry woman, but she had a good heart, and she just cared for people, and she just didn't like being done wrong. The other women, though, they just missed. But anyway, back to this. On Tuesday, like I said, I was watching the Bad Girls Club, and I was just sitting here like, people think this is a good thing. These women think that this is a good thing. Like, they were like ganging up on one girl. I think her name was Kaylee, and saying, "Oh, she ain't a bad girl," and all kinds of stuff like that. She's a fake. She's weak. And I think a lot of this came from the fact that Kaylee, unlike the other women in the house, tended to want to talk things out. She wasn't always ready to slap a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Because like when the Bad Girls Club, they were in Miami this time around, and wherever they went, for some reason, there were a lot of haters. And they just said random mean things to them. And every time, I promise you, every time, those women were ready to fight. Katie, like, why are you fighting? You can't let everything somebody say get to you. And I agreed with that. They get mad at her for that, and they call her weak. I don't think it's weak. But, the thing is, these women, they run around. They have they have rampant casual sex, random sex with all types of people. They fuss and bully each other, and they're just mean people from what I see. I wouldn't hang out with none of them. I'm sure they probably want to hang out with me, but just saying. And I don't see what's so sexy or good or whatever about being a bad girl. One of the girls, she was had a dude for 6 years. Her name is Leah, and on the Bad Girls Club, and she had a dude for 6 years who was very devoted to her. He loved the heck out of her. And how does she repay him? She cheats on him with a married man, and she had been cheating with him for over a year. I was like, really? That's something to brag about? That's nothing to brag about. That's just that's ugly. It's dirty. Like, how can you do somebody who obviously loves you so much like that? I just don't understand. And the married man doesn't even treat her right, because the thing is, when you get in a relationship with a married man, if you're in any type of relationship with an attached man, which means he has another woman who is playing the top dog, you are always going to come last. You're always going to be begging for attention. You are always going to be fighting against her. And guess what, honey? You will always lose. Now, there are rare instances where you may so-called win, but just because you got him doesn't mean you won. You got a man who can't commit and be faithful. You ain't won nothing. But, yeah. So, what I just want to get to is what people refer to as strong and weak in these days. Apparently, people think that if you are rude, belligerent, loud, if you bully other people, you are strong. And if you don't do these things, you are weak. They see anger as a sign of strength. And I guess they see sadness as weakness. And I just think it's kind of crazy, because the way I see it, okay, before I start, let me go ahead and say, clear it up. There is nothing wrong with standing up for yourself. If someone is putting you down, walking all over you, taking advantage of you, making you out to be a victim, you standing up for yourself makes you a strong person. Sometimes you have to be able to stand up for yourself and do what you need to do. There is no shame in that. What there is shame in, however, is walking over people, taking advantage of people, harassing people, picking on people, beating other people down for absolutely no other reason other than because you can. That is ugly. That is not strong. That is ugly. And in a way, it's kind of weak, because it seems to me that you don't, if you feel good by putting other people down, it makes you feel better about yourself to put other people down. That's so ugly to me. It's not strong. You're not strong. You ain't bad. You just sad. And with these bad girls, that's what they do. They bully each other. They put each other down. They're rude. They're, all kinds of things. They're not once have I seen one of these women other than Flo that I would call strong. They are not strong. They are just sad. They are grown behind women who act like 13, 14-year-old girls. They are immature. They let every single thing that is said to them get them. Oh, I'm a fight. I'm about to beat this trick. That's ugly. Why do you have to fight? If you know who you are and you're comfortable with it, why do you have to fight everybody who says something to you? Why do you even have to respond to that? You are not strong if you feel the need to fight every single person that ever says anything negative to you or about you. Believe me, honey, welcome to the real world. There are definitely going to be people who are going to say it. And I had to learn that the hard way. I was always one of the people that they call weak, because I don't know, I was taught by my mom. I did not get the whole, somebody say something that piss you off thing, slap the mess out. I just didn't get that. I was always told to turn the other cheek. And because of that, I was seen as weak. I just, I did not feel a need. I didn't want to hurt other people. And I still don't. And when people said things to me, I did my best to ignore it, and I kept on going. That makes me weak in other people's eyes. I cry. When I hurt, sometimes I cry. And I had to close the door. I cry. And that was because things hurt me. And because of that, I was called a crybaby, and I was told I was weak and oversensitive and all types of things. I mean, people react to things differently. And with me, if you feel sad and you have the strength to be able to admit that you're sad and, you know, cry, I think that kind of makes you a strong person. I think you're kind of weak emotionally if you have a problem, you know, being true to yourself and how you feel. A lot of people use anger to cover up what they're truly feeling. So a lot of this fussing and all this stuff, these people go home and they cry by themselves in their room. What I think is that people need to learn that strength is not the same as ugliness. It is not the same as meanness. It is not the same as beating someone else down. It is not the same as being loud and over talking other people. It is not the same as being an arrogant person. That is not strength at all. That is just pure ugliness. True strength is being able to know when to walk away and just leave it alone. True strength is not letting every single thing somebody says get to you and cause you to want to go on a slap a hole movement. You know, being strong is about not putting other people down just because you can, but lifting them up and letting them know that they are a person of value and who deserves respect. And that just because everybody else may be putting them down doesn't mean you have to do the same. Being strong to me is being able to be comfortable, to be able to be so comfortable in yourself that you just naturally respect other people and treat them the way you want to be treated. That is strength. Being a bad girl is not cute, it's not good, and it doesn't make you strong. It's ugly, and if anything, it kind of makes you weak. And it's really hot up in this car, so I got to go. And yes, I have on earrings with my do-rag. I'm in my granny cap, and I think it looks cute. And I am about to get inside the house because it is hot as I don't know what. Bye-bye.